Right. Good evening, everybody. It's been a bit of a delay while we blow the cobwebs off all the servers, the commentators, and all the drivers. Welcome to round one of a brand new season in ILR. I am, as I was last season, I am still Mackie. I am a tree. And joining me, as advertised on Twitter, finally, is HLG. You must feel good about that.
Oh, I feel brilliant. It's about time I started getting tagged in these things. Shots fired.
Yeah. I love you, George, but next time it's just easier just to tag him, yeah? But anyway, we've got this. 20 drivers. I'm not sure what to do about that, to be honest. It's
I'm surprised. Normally
it's a lot of drivers for round one.
The first couple of races, you struggle to find a full grid, but these guys have really turned out and should hopefully equal a good race. And hopefully we can continue this all season and get a good season.
Yeah, I am hopeful that we will. It was a pretty good season last season, and even though we did about half of it, we enjoyed it. And I think it's a great base, and these guys are mental and don't run. I think they only run line only. So that's madness. I can't comprehend how to do that.
Yeah, it's going to be
let's find interesting. That will be on a lap. LMG, I think, has started a lap, so the first flying lap looks like an invalidation already, so that's a bad example. That lasted.
Yeah, that's not a great way to start.
Oh, real problems.
I'm also having a sound glitch, so that's fun.
Meow, meow, meow. There we go, fixed it for you.
Tell you what, you can take for a second. I'm going to have to rejoin the session.
Oh. Anyway, there's a yellow flag in... Oh, no, not a yellow flag. I don't use that terminology. Renault fan in Sector 1 and 2. He seems to be lost. Should be in the stands. The other side of the trees. But, yeah. This opener's rampage is on a lap, 49.3, Sector 2. I don't have any idea at this point how good that is. It's the first reference I've seen, so I've no idea.
I know you're streaming, but I think I need an invite to get back in.
That's awkward. Let me finish this final lap and I'll try and take care of you. 21.3 from Aqua there in the Haas F1 car, and someone's found a wall, presumably, as Rampage did a 22.6. Sector 3 yellow flag. Yeah, I think I know where he's done that. Could be the Wallaby curve, could be the penultimate corner, and it's cleared. Alright, bear with me while I try and get my co-commentator back in. Oh dear.
Can you not invite me?
No.
For fuck's sake.
Hang on. This is awkward, isn't it?
It's been set to private, hasn't it? That's the issue.
I think it has.
I don't know who the lobby host is either.
That would be Barry, I think. P8, Barry 23. He's on track right now in Sector 1. So now's a really bad time to ask. We'll get you back shortly, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm putting the thing on the it's fine. You'll just have to do this without me for a minute.
Oh no, don't like going solo. Oh, there's a car there, going slowly. Barry's avoided it as he comes to the Wallaby curve. It's that completely right though, so no problem. And we're coming down into Sector 3. Sorry, I don't know what came over me there. Here comes Barry. Out of the final corner. It's not at the curb. 24.2 on the hard is actually a really good time there. It's pretty solid. A lot of people on an outlap. Let's go with someone on an outlap. Clenzo. One thing I did want to say at the top is that everyone gets a 20 place grid penalty for not being cagey fuzzball for this week only.
Yes, that's an important piece of information. So realistically, the grid's not going to change if you get the penalty out.
Yeah. So starting in pole position from 21st place will be and such and down the grid. Hashtag justice for cagey fuzzball. Anyways, Clenzo takes Sector 1 on. Had a Red Bull there, I think it was Bottas, just momentarily in the way, so it may have affected him a little bit, but not too much, as he pops a 26.6 Sector 1 time. And a little moment or so ago, I believe it was Active Beacon, who's currently in P1, left the session. That's not helpful. Lenzo's now in Sector 3. The Mercedes as the Ferrari gets nicely out of the way.
Can you let me know when Barry's not on a lap and I'll send him a message?
Yep, I'll check in a moment. He is in the pit lane actually right now, so...
Okay.
Clenzo, 20.8 on the soft. Nice and quick. Bottas now starts his lap. It's hard to comment down on people that actually have real life drivers in their game of tag. Oh my word! There's been a crash. Oh my good god. There was a Mercedes involved, Bottas was involved, and the McLaren also got tangled up in it a little bit. And I think Bottas got a 5 place grid penalty after all that. So that was very unfortunate timing. Yeah, the McLaren went very wide out of turn 1, and then there was a Merc just parked somewhere, and then Bottas didn't really have anywhere to go, and then the McLaren almost got collected as well in aftermath, but we'll see what happens. About that. Legends of IGN is back. And we'll go to the Giant in Will's car. Oh dear God! There's a Renault fan everywhere. Sector 1, 2, and 3. Don't know what's happening, but it seems to have quickly resolved itself. So apparently nothing.
Okay, I have an invite back. Cool. I'll be with you in a second.
Excellent. And here comes the Giant round the final corner, takes the curb. A little tiny bit of curb on the way out of the final corner, and he pops in a time of 21 point, no improvement. That was a waste of time, wasn't it? Deer Hunter takes to the grass, and now the gravel. But keeps it out of the wall. There's a yellow car on the lap. I just gotta try and find him. I think he's briefing cow. What a gamer tag that is. I'm now imagining a whole legal team of cows.
That'd be
So
scary.
You've got the briefing cow, then you've got the boss cow, then you've got the judge cow. And I hope you have the audio cow.
I think so. It just seems very quiet.
Oh, good.
But I have the correct audio, so
some cars do seem quiet, so you have audio. That's perfect.
Right. Where are we at? 6.5 minutes in the session. We're looking at some very decent times so far.
And Jason just pops in a time that puts him 11th. 22.8 on the hard tyre. Not a bad time on the hard. It's the quickest hard time we've seen today.
Yeah, it's not a horrendous time, and he'll probably come back out on the mediums and improve on that. So he should be able to get top 10, I reckon, once he comes out on the medium set of tyres.
He's got time, but does he want to? He is in prime position of 11th right now.
With this many cars on the grid, I think you need to try and get that top 10 and try and pull away.
Of course, but we've seen sometimes you'd rather be 11th than try and force yourself into the next, well, I'd say next phase of quali, but we have short quali here. Do you really want to compromise your race strategy just to start 2 slots further up? It's a discussion to be had by people far more interested in it than I am. Legends of IGN gets nicely out the way of the McLaren that seems to be on a lap, and it's not that one, so it's a Rampage. We'll see what Rampage does, and then we'll go and see Legends is... that's hard. That doesn't sound right. Never mind, Rampage goes to the box of lanes. Box of lanes?
Yep.
What the hell is that?
I'm going to follow Legends for a lap in that case, as he's now about to start one. So with the way these cars drive in this game now, we're going to be looking for a very nice quick turn 1, 4th gear. I think he's run that perfectly, actually. I think he'll just get away without invalidating that. Opens DRS. So it's been clean so far. It seems pretty accurate as he brakes down here. No lockup, which is important while you're running no ABS, sorry. As you come around this tricky section where the back end could step out, he's managed to control it. 4th gear through here, beautifully done, and he still has quite a lot of his deployment left on his battery, so he should be able to use overtake coming down the straight. Oh, a little bit of a back end step out on the top of the wall, not ideal. And these tricky couple corners, if you do not get them right, it can spin you, and
that's exactly what happened. Wallaby Curve almost claimed another victim, but not quite.
Yep. He's managed to catch it, but that will be this lap over, and probably his dream of starting on the medium's over.
Well, I mean, he can still start on them, but from like 19th, probably.
Well, yeah. Although he's coming around
I don't know though.
Start finish.
It's pretty solid time, to be fair. That's a decent effort, considering he got all out of shape.
Yeah.
A very good effort there. Let's
and
find
I think
someone else
he's
on
going
that lap.
trying to go for another one.
Yeah. Legends always tends to go for 2. Wow, that Williams is
I've just found in this game that doing a second lap
there.
straight after is pretty hard with the way the ERS gets used.
Yeah, ERS may be negligible, but tyres will be able to handle it. And even if he has no ERS left, he can still negate the time he lost when he lost the back end coming out of Wallaby Curve. So hopefully, it can still improve him by oh well, having said that, that's you going back to the pit lane, surely. That's the wrong way.
Yeah, I think that's his qualifying over as well. Oh,
there we go.
Oh,
that's okay. Unfortunate.
That
Very unfortunate, but now he can start on the back on hards if he wants.
He can do whatever tyre strategy he feels. Yeah, that's unfortunate. It is unfortunate though. He did not deserve to be disqualified.
Very harsh race control. I know it's race 1 of the season, but he was on the grass
and staying out the way of other drivers. But hey ho,
Those are the perils you take when you play an F1 game, apparently, these days. So we lost.
Yep.
I don't know what the hell happened to WRR button 22. Didn't see it. I suspect he binned it either at Wallaby Curve or slightly later on in Sector 3. LMG retires from session, presumably in the pit lane, I guess. And Hozu, I'm not even going to pronounce that. I'll just call him Hozu, because that's probably not even correct. It's less wrong than what I was going to say, so let's go with that.
Oh, you mean the other McLaren? That's in 18?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, we'll go with Hozu. There's also the guy that's in the Renault in 5th. I have no idea how you pronounce his gamer tag. Someone just talked about him in the chat. I literally have no idea how you pronounce his.
I guess.
Hazy, yeah.
So,
sorry
apparently,
if we're butchering these, but...
What I'm sensing is recruitment don't listen to commentators and don't give us gamer tags I can pronounce.
Yeah,
that's essentially what I'm hearing, but, you know. I guess I've got 21 races to learn.
I think Barry slightly improved then. He's managed to put himself into 11th. Or is he going for another one? No, he's not going for another one. His ERS is too low. Yep. So he's improved himself to 11th, which he will be relatively happy with as if he stays here. He's not top 10, but it will give him fresh tyres at the start of the race.
Yeah, it certainly will, and that's all you can ask for, really. Especially if you are going to be 11th. He would have loved to have snuck into the top 10, but now that wouldn't be possible as Jose goes 4th. Jose? Screw it. We'll call him Jose from now on, because that...
Jose.
Try hard whiz. I'm fairly sure I know that game attack from somewhere else. Pleasure to commentate on you, sir. As it is on all of these 20 drivers. And Peanut now is 17th.
I
think he's on a lap now, so...
I'm hoping that these hard guys can improve relatively decently at the moment. I was expecting things to be a little bit closer than this, but...
No, that's the official timer at 0. If you're not on a lap now, then it might well be too late for you.
Yep. So,
Wait is in the pit lane.
Actually, I've just realised something here.
I
have just realised something here. Second, third and fourth.
What's that?
We're all on the same exact
Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Is her red 97 all over again? And that's a very bad way to take a Wallaby Curve there, and that's ruined Peanut's lap.
Aqua though, setting the fastest lap now. He's gone nearly 2 temps quicker than Clenzo.
Here comes Chris Jones. Only 11th, 22.4, good improvement, but only 11th, as I say. Rampage, not on a lap, won't improve. Jason coming around the final corner. Gets it very, very nicely correct. And can only go 11th, 21.8
yep.
on the mediums.
Peanut crosses the line and doesn't improve. Interestingly, I think he must have been validated.
Ozu won't improve.
No.
Clenzo won't improve. Everyone is done. In the opening qualifying session of, I believe, season 6. Yes, it is season 6 of ILR. Round 1. So that was a very action-packed Q1. Yeah, let's go with it. Next week is Q2 in Bahrain.
Yes. Which we're not here for, preemptive warning.
Not that I have a clue what's going on, because...
right, I've got to do this very, very quickly here. So, there's a 5-place group.
Good luck.
But starting 20th, we have Legends, Bottas 19th and Button 18th, both not setting times. Then, going from 17th upwards, you have Peanut. I'm just going to call him Lime. Briefing Cow, Barry, Rampage, Chris, Jason, Deer Hunter, Mystic, Callum, Active Beacon, Jose, Fred Hard, Kaisi, Clenzo, Aqua, Giant. However, Clenzo will drop back to 8th, putting everyone down to 8th up a position.
Well, very shoddy work. Took you 25 seconds to do that.
I have 20 drivers!
I know, you've got 2 weeks to work on it, I'm telling you.
I'm sorry, okay? I'm out of practice, and I don't know how to pronounce half of the game attack, so we're going with that.
Well, Neither do I. That's why I gave the job to you. No, no. Very, very good effort for round 1 of the season with people you don't know. So you got it in within 30 seconds. So well done. Jose's not messing about. Let's get straight into the race.
Yeah, that's not going to give people much time to do strategies. So hopefully everyone's going to be on the key one from the start.
Never mind. 10 seconds now till the safety lap. Oh, it's been a while since commentary. I've forgotten words sometimes.
You know, we're very much out of practice. Many leagues are only just starting, if not starting as of next week and stuff. So it's things have just got to get back into the rhythm.
2 days to get back. 2 weeks to get back into practice. Okay.
Yeah, so let's bring up tyres to get a chance to look at that. Right. So,
interesting.
what we're looking at here is we're looking at some people who started outside the top 10, actually starting on the softs as well. That's
very interesting.
That's interesting. That to me tells an aggressive 2-stop.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly every track back of my hand, like tyre strategy wise, but I know most are mediums to hard. And I'm pretty sure Australia's one.
I guess we'll find out. Maybe that's a case of when someone readies up Instagrid. You know, they can't pick the. They'll be changing it possibly on the fly. I don't know, but if you're on the soft tyre to start outside the top 10, you might have a long afternoon to do anything.
Yeah, you're gonna have to be very aggressive with it. But we have got 3 hard starters. So you got Jason in 11th. We've got say Legend. No, not Legends. Jason in the hards, Legend on the hards, and Barry on the hards. Jason in 11th on those hards. So if we can get a good start and get a good getaway, he will be in a fantastic position in this race. And then medium runners are Chris, Button, and Bottas. That's it. Yeah. Everyone else is on the softs. So we're going round.
Guy actually took pole in the end. I didn't even see that.
Yeah, no, neither did I, actually.
Because he wasn't first to start with, but the people had penalties, so I think. I can't remember, but anyway, never mind. Guy from pole position will lead them into turn 1, hopefully, for him.
Yep, I'll watch from the back, you watch from the front. And let's see what madness occurs.
That's horrendous lag on Bottas. My word, don't look at that.
Yeah, I've had to jump on board the Legend instead of Bottas because that's horrendous. Alright. Oh, lights already on the
lights.
Here we go.
Out of sequence. That's lag.
And away they go. That was actually.
But away, they don't care.
Pretty decent timing as the lights went out.
Oh,
and
well, there's a Ferrari. And there's death. Insta death. There's a Ferrari.
Not a deal. But Aqua getting a good start up front, taking the lead. Already actually having half a second gap. That's
what the hell happened back
impressive.
there, but Bottas has terrible lag.
Oh, there's been some contact there. I think the Toro Rosso, someone lost something off their car. Someone lost the front wing. I couldn't quite tell who it was though. As the runner with Kaisi here on the back of what looks
to be the I was gonna say it could be an Alpha, but it looks like he's got his front wing intact. I wonder how long before I get that wrong, by the way.
I won't take one.
Where's the pink cars? Surely you'll be able to spot if they've lost a front wing. Down in 18th and 13th.
Legend's getting a great start, I have to say.
Yeah.
As he gets another overtake on Rampage, who made a massive mistake.
Oh, Barry done some movement, I think. As you just pointed out, there's cars everywhere. I don't really know where to look.
Yeah, I'm trying to pick the gaps here. As it currently stands, the closest is very hard on Giant. So Aqua absolutely flying.
Disappeared.
He is.
He's in Bahrain already, that lad.
Bahrain, mate. He's at Abu Dhabi.
Oh yeah. He's on F1 2020.
But very hard here, really on the gearbox and the Giant wants this second place as Bottas goes up to 11th. Overtaken Legends, but Legends on the harder tyre, so he'll be looking to come to play at the end of the race.
Yeah.
So,
medium tyres.
yeah, Giant getting a better run there. I'm just trying to keep an eye on this front. I mean, Callum also on the back of Jose, who is right behind Kizzy as well.
There's movement going on.
I have to say, there are actually quite a few cars quite close together, although the timing may not agree. I'd say
the timing's confused.
Yeah, I think second to 8th. Oh,
he's down the inside of the Giant there. There we go, overtake. Saw that from the cockpit of Active Beacon. Giant, oh my word, there's cars mounting each other. What the hell is going on there?
There is an absolute train back here, I have to say.
Oh no!
Back to 9th. As
Beacon may have just died.
There.
Active Beacon has died. Taking Clemso with him, unfortunately.
Taking Clemso with him, yeah. Wait, is that both Mercedes?
VSC. Both Mercedes, yeah.
That is a nice
and
start.
Josu's had a severe collision with the Giant. I don't know what is going on. The Giant looks to be in one piece.
Yeah, it might have been a rear end collision. Is Thingy's front wing attacked? No, I think.
Looks like he's done something.
And I think he's missing an
he's definitely broke it.
The left hand side, so that's probably going to be an early
missing
pit stop
the
for him.
whole of the wing there, yeah. It's definitely not very well. They are under VSC, of course, so this will help some of these soft runners. And just to say that, it's gone. And immediately Josu locks up, misses the corner, and it's overtaken by a yellow car.
Gets overtaken by
who seems to have lag. He's overtaken him 3 times there.
Interesting.
Barry's out.
Oh, Barry's
out.
As well.
Don't know what happened.
He's
lost
it
a wallaby curve.
It looks like Legends has been collected
Legends
as well,
got done for it,
Legends
apparently.
is real slow. That's...
Oh, man.
Hang on.
This should not happen.
If I'm not mistaken...
Why is it teammates picking on each other?
I was about to say, if I'm not mistaken, is that not another teammate collision? That is...
Yeah.
And it is the racing points, so it, you know...
yeah.
Not quite the right year,
life.
but... Yeah, pretty much. Next, it'll be the Haas.
Now, all we need is the 2 Haas's. Yeah, I was going to say. When are they?
You got
7th,
1...
no.
Yes, no, 7th. And... a position.
And somewhere else.
I genuinely can't find the other one.
Is he leading? Is it Aqua? It is.
He
it's
is,
Aqua.
yeah.
He's in the lead.
It is Aqua.
Right, if they have a collision, something horrible has happened. Sorry for the confusion. We're not used to all the colours. The graphics are too real, man. Don't like them.
I just wasn't expecting a Haas to be winning.
No.
I'm trying to have a look at this.
It's nice to have colour on the Williams.
It is nice to have colour on the Williams, indeed. I think the closest gap right now is Jason on button.
Yeah, there's some gaps within a second, but that one seems to be the closest. So let's have a bird's eye look at that on board the Ferrari.
Yeah, he's been catching relatively quickly this lap. As Hacker again setting another fastest lap. Actually, that's the thing. I haven't actually checked the rules for this. Are we using fastest lap point?
No idea. I guess. I don't know. Someone in the chat
We'll have to
that might know
confirm
better
that
than
at a
me,
later
please
date.
let us know.
Someone in the chat can confirm it. Yeah. But I think was that an overtake up ahead, or is that?
No, I don't think there's an overtake. It's just people are gaining on the 2 cars in front.
Yeah, Kizzy actually really
8th and
getting onto the back end of Giant. With Bottas.
With Bottas.
The Honda. That's clearly the quicker car. They're inside each other.
That's not I mean, is this time trial? What the hell, man?
Interesting,
That's not acceptable. Did you even ask permission before you entered him?
But did you even take him to dinner first, Boss? God. Oh,
Come
is
on.
he on the giant? Oh, the giant.
Oh, there's cars everywhere.
I don't know if there was contact.
Lime is out.
Yep, that makes it the fourth retirement in 5 laps. No, 4 laps, because that would have started. No, 6. Yeah, so 5 laps. We've had 4 retirements. At this rate, we'll have no one left in the race.
No, what do we do with points then?
Well,
do we get points again?
Oh, yeah, I've seen where he's done that as well. Actually, that must have been contact somewhere.
Well, not even turn 1. That's a straight.
Yeah.
Oh, what the fudge is going on there? He's mounted him on the straight.
Interesting. Old Bottas locks up, which gives Deer Hunter another look.
Check the replay on stream. He's just mounted him.
I'll have to have a look
no
at that
dinner
at some
in
point.
sight.
Interesting. Well, I'm imagining now that Bottas' pass is going to pull away relatively quickly, and next will be briefing Cal to have a look at Deer Hunter. Wondering whether Deer Hunter is the guy that got that front wing damage that it's just not showing up. Because he seems relatively slow compared to the other soft runners right now.
I'm trying to have a look, but yeah, it's not easy to tell. But it doesn't look like he's got any damage per se. It's just not showing up at all, but he is definitely struggling for whatever reason at the moment. And he is maybe ERS management, maybe he's just managing the engine and fuel at the moment, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that is
very unusual. You don't often see drivers running.
He's about to cause an absolute train.
Yeah, you don't often see drivers running with number 53 on them. That was a bit weird to see. Pretty strange number.
Well, Kizzy getting a 3-second penalty for corner cutting there. He needs to watch that, because that could cost him everything at the end. As Chris and Callum, teammate swapping positions? That is teammate swapping positions.
It is. Please don't collide. We've had enough of that already.
Actually, yeah, that's 2 teammates next to each other. This could magnetise a little bit. With yellow flag from the flagter. Ooh, I can speak English today.
My word.
Yellow flag in sector 1 and 2 there, so I'm not sure what's happened there. As Button and Giant. Button just got past Giant there.
What has happened to Giant? He's free falling.
Do you know what it is? Do you know what it was? Briefing Cow falling back. Briefing Cow, if you remember, was on the back of Deer Hunter, and now he's back behind Jason.
Yeah, that's true, but also Giant was leading the race into turn 1, so what happened?
God, they were 3 wide coming out the exit of that corner there for 10th place. For 9th place, actually, I think it was. Cow's still leading that train, though.
That's what happened to Giant. It looks like he's got a broken wing on that Williams. I think he's going to go in on this lap. I just noticed some damage there. And indeed, he does go in the right side of the bollard. So that could explain a lot.
Is the first man to pit? No.
Out of the top 10, yes.
Yeah, out of the top 10 he is. 12 from back
earlier. I did Legends because he's collided with his teammate after he'd already been there. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's his first pit stop, and he's gone onto the medium, so he's definitely going to have to pit again.
Button on Deer Hunter. That could be a fight.
Yeah. Button.
It's funny. In a strange sort of way, I've just remembered a video that someone did regarding Jensen Button and Gazelle Hunters, and I think Bottas up ahead has clipped the wall because I just saw a bit of carbon fibre rolling down the side of the track when Deer Hunter and Button got there. So I think it was Bottas. Oh, well, there's a sideways car.
It's Peanut.
Peanut is all the way back in 16s. He's not moving. Oh dear. Looks like end of his race.
It's an interesting place to lose it, though. As Aqua's into the pits. The leader has
Peanut
pitted.
disqualified.
Yep,
Parked
Callum
in a
also
dangerous
into
location.
the pits.
Was in a wall. Can't really say much about that. But Wiz is leading the race at this juncture as... What the hell? Aqua's going all the way down to 9th, but he's come out on the
pitted.
hard tyres, so he's in
Hard
good...
tyres.
Yeah.
Should be
He's
able to
in good
make that
stead.
to the end.
Yeah. It's definitely still going to be a slight struggle towards the end, but should be good nonetheless.
Yeah, Callum
G
following
also
him
went in by the look of it.
Yeah, good 6.5 seconds behind, but he could get the undercut on a few guys if he can get these tyres warmed up. The issue I found on this game is getting those hard tyres warmed up is not fun.
Yeah, they can be a nightmare to turn on. I'm gonna have to rephrase that.
Well, commentating F1, let's not go down that route. As Briefing Cow getting a penalty. Where's he? He 8th actually, but next up behind him is Aqua, who is already pitted. So he's probably trying to push just to catch Jensen. God, say, what am I on today? Catch Jason up ahead, who is on the rear end of Deer Hunter. As
Chris takes the lead for
so
now.
does Wiz.
As everyone behind him pits. Yep.
But I'm going for the
behind
lap,
him.
so this is where he's going to start putting those times in. Having started on those medium tyres, this is where he can start making time on all those guys. How much has he got left? You know...
In the tyres, and Bottas is right behind him as well, so... Another couple of teammates here. Always be aware of your teammate, especially when you push
laps in him.
Okay, that kind of pace could really suit him if he can put those lap times in consistently now. Yeah, it could help him.
Giant goes quicker, but he's all the way back in 13th.
Early leader, yeah, having a bit of a shocker today. Not his fault. Just carnage everywhere. Seems to... Oh, Bottas had a bit of a slide as he comes out of that corner.
Yeah, Deer Hunter getting past Jason actually. I think Jason's just had a little bit of a moment. But he's down the inside for these tricky corners. That's a corner cut.
Down the inside, literally there. My word.
Yeah, he's kept the position, so I'm guessing the game hasn't told him that was illegal. A little bit surprised, but nevertheless, he's up ahead of Deer Hunter, and he needs to think about putting it away again. But he's in good position, starting on those hard tyres.
It's going to be another fastest lap on the button. No, it's not. But he has managed to pull a little bit of a gap from his teammate behind him.
Yeah, these two need to be careful though, because
well.
one of them has to pit before the other, and it's who's going to make that call first.
If I was Bottas, I'd do the opposite of a teammate right now.
Yeah, I think what's going to happen is we're going to get to lap 13, and if Barton doesn't pit, then Bottas needs to come in. I think that's what we're looking at. I think it's around 13, 14 that these tyres
I'd certainly go on. I'd definitely box on 12 personally, but I'm not out there. I'm just in here, in a room, locked away, in a box. What?
Oh, they're locked in a box. Interesting.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a glass box, so I can see everything.
Ah, that's helpful.
Yeah.
I think the closest guys on track right now is actually, no, it's Mystic on Wiz. I was going to say Callum on Kizzy then, but it's actually Mystic on Wiz. The Mystic Wiz. So I'm making them a thing now. Fanfictions.
Oh, teammates. It's always teammates we go to, isn't it?
Yeah, this is the teammate race. As
yeah. The battle of the same colour cars.
Yeah, the Mystic is on older tyres than Wiz though, and
Legends.
Probably have to pit again.
With the naughty engine there.
Yeah, he's probably just pushing, trying to get something out of this race and making a few mistakes.
Fair to say.
As Chris and Deer Hunter both come in. Chris is going to come out 5th. Yep, he's come out 5th. Decent lap as I have a message.
Button is pulled in on his teammate as well. He's extending that lead that he's got right over his teammate. which could be crucial at the pit stop itself. Maybe if he's got a big enough of a lead, they might double stack. That's also an option at this point too.
Yeah, I think they need more of a gap though to double stack.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Bottas backed off a little more, then maybe you can just...
Although saying that, they're in the Red Bull car and they
maybe.
can do, what is it, 1.8 second pit stops, so...
Yeah. You can pit twice with that gap.
Well, nearly twice.
It'll be twice if it's Verstappen going in twice.
Button in, and Bottas continues for another lap. Like I said, opposite. So Button's decided to be the early pit stop, which surprised me, but he sped in the pit lane.
That's really not the best thing to do.
No,
he's going to come out fourth, presumably, maybe fifth if Chris gets enough of a toll, but he's probably going to be fourth, fifth, close. Fifth or sixth.
Going to be close for
maybe
sixth.
Behind the Renault, in fact.
He's even going to be close for seventh. Ooh,
oh yeah, seventh. Wow. Just imagine how much closer it wouldn't have been had he not sped into the pit lane.
Well, you got to remember, he doesn't serve that 5 seconds on that pit stop. So
exactly. That's what I'm saying. He gained a lot more time going in than he would have if he didn't speed, but... Oh no.
Oh, Kizzy's out.
Someone's out of the race. Oh, okay.
He was a good point
that's a tricky
in this
place.
race.
Yeah, he was having a very solid race.
Oh,
it's unfortunate.
Yeah, that's
very
one of those where he got too far out on that outside curb coming through there, and it's just shut the car. I've done that so many times.
Definitely like, none of this, mate. None of this. No. Trying to get next year. I'm done.
Yep, right. I'm gonna jump forward here with Bottas. I'm gonna see if he pits this lap. He's lost some time to Jason, so he's starting to struggle.
Because the car behind is catching, and in he goes.
Yep, there you go.
As I'm on board with Jason.
He comes, and Jason continues on those hard tyres.
Yeah, he's going to get a lot more laps out of those at this point. At least 6, I would imagine.
Oh, Bottas held in the pit a little bit. Hang on. Hold on. There we go, he's going. That was a very, very long hold though. That's really cost him. He wasn't in a good
to be held like that.
Yeah. I think that was one of those game things. Unless he forgot that manual thing was on. That's a possibility, but
maybe that's something. To be fair, that is something I have done in the past. Well, I'm not going anywhere. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna press a button. That button
that drops him back.
It also happened to be the throttle.
Drops him back to 9th, but he can still get something out of this race. There's still a couple of pit stops ahead of him.
What's the gap to his teammate? Let's have a look at that. Let's work that out. 12 seconds.
6, 9. Yeah, it's about that.
His teammate will have a penalty as well, so he needs to. Could still beat his teammate in this race, but we'll see what happens.
Button at the moment seems
with the
like
pace of the hards.
Flying. He's catching Callum at this point. As I'm now getting the rev glitch. I didn't think that was a thing on this game. Interesting.
Oh. Well, I think they just put it in, especially for us commentators.
Interesting here.
Hattie is off to you, Cody.
The two Alpha boys are still relatively close to each other, so we're going to see another team collision. As Byron goes quickest, yeah, look, as I said, he is absolutely smashing these laps on those tyres right now.
About to overtake Callum into turn 2, 3. But no, Callum defends quite well. Into the tricky section that doesn't really yield very positive results if you go for an overtake in there. You know, it's an exciting race this, as Rampage is in from P13. 12 laps on the mediums. Let's see what he switches to. Hards.
It's gone to the hard. That's interesting. I think he could have. I think he could have made it sort of 6 last. To be honest with you, at this point in the race, less fuel, less tyre wear. but this is being safe.
Anyway, here's the button. Sweeps down the inside of Callum. Takes a position. Slight lock-up. No problem at all.
It was an easy manoeuvre.
Simple DRS overtakes.
Yeah, but Callum will be the man to get DRS this time, so Button will probably have to look at defending unless he gets an absolutely monstrous run. Which, as I say that, it does look like he did get an absolutely monstrous run.
That's a great exit.
Yeah, Callum didn't even get close, but he's close enough still to have DRS here, so it'll keep him there.
Bottas, quickest.
Bottas, Madrid, teammates swapping fastest laps here. I think if Bottas wasn't held up, he could have been a threat to his
he would be right there with him as well. It would be, still could be, of course, but he's got to clear a couple of cars before he can get to there. Next up for him is Jose.
Yeah, it's going to be a tricky one to catch back up to his teammate. But Button now putting a bit of a gap to Callum, and, but he is bringing Callum with him up close to his teammate of Chris. So those two will have to be a little bit careful of each other at this point.
Yeah, it's always wise to be careful of people, but especially now, it matters more.
Especially while they're both in good points positions, it's not worth the risk. But Button really has brought Callum with him. Callum was a good 2.5 seconds behind his teammate, and now he's there.
Jason's in the pits.
Yeah, Jason making his pit stop, but he will be quicker than these guys now on the medium set of tyres. I keep going to call them softs, but they're not, because they're mediums.
Freyhard is... Oh no, Freyhard out.
I'm not sure
where that is.
I'll jump on board with Mystic and see if we can see it.
It's had a relatively quiet race. We haven't really said his name a lot.
Yellow flag
I don't know where that
sector 3. I'm guessing the car's not there.
Final corner, I would imagine, and he's been cleared now. But that's unfortunate for Freyhard. He was having a promising race there.
That's where everyone's getting past him. So
Macro's back at the lead of this race.
With an absolutely monstrous lead. In all honesty, he has.
Yeah.
He has walked this race.
Is that not a corner cut? What the hell, man?
He'll be winning no problem. I have to say though, Button absolutely driving to perfection right now. Really, really closing that gap.
I feel like it's going to be an interesting final few laps for all of the top 5, because there's so much that could change with the tyre strategies and tyre life. Even now, Jason still isn't out of this.
Well,
it's going to be all over, of course, but
yes, it'll be a big ask, but if he can get those tyres warmed up nicely,
get a few seconds, he'll overtake Button with that penalty that he's got. So yeah, it's all to play for.
That's the thing actually that I totally forgot about. Button's penalty. He needs to take that into consideration. So if he needs to get past Chris and start pulling. Mystic sets the fastest lap, so he's saying
Say he goes his name, he goes quickest.
Yeah.
Is that how it works?
Who should we go with next? I'm going to say...
Rampage.
Not this lap, but the lap after. I'm going to say Legends. We'll ignore the fact he's gone onto a fresh set of tyres.
Oh, we'll totally ignore that, because that's news to me.
Yeah, he's gone into the pits for another set of medium tyres, but he's not looking likely for points unless a lot of people crash out, so he's just going to
13th, to be fair. It's not impossible to get points from here.
No, but it is going to take crashing or a safety car. Safety car would do something.
I was going to say, statistically it is impossible to score points from 13th, but you know what I meant. But he's still not past Chris Jones, by the way. Still struggling to get past, but he is not going to go for a move into turn 1 on this occasion. For a second I thought that he might do, but he didn't. He'll wait for DRS and try it into the next corner.
Is he going to go?
Chris is all over the road defending. He's
he has a small
not going to
lock-up.
make the move.
I mean, he's got to go around the outside of the second part, which is really tricky to do. But he
One
does
of you
it.
has to back off now. It's not.
No, he backs
hasn't.
off there. Button backs off.
One of you had to back
around
off.
the outside. And oh, that's like Callum pass.
Callum, cheeky.
Oh,
cheeky.
cheeky little manoeuvre there. Maybe that was Chris's plan. Maybe he wanted a car between him and Button.
This has brought Bottas back into the frame for his teammate again.
Yeah, and while these three are battling,
brilliant
Jason
stuff.
is going to be going just flat out, just to catch these guys. So, this could turn out into an intriguing battle for that those podium spots.
It's not over yet. It's absolutely intriguing. I'd say I'm on the edge of my seat, but I'm actually stood up to watch this because it's getting good.
Yeah, look, Chris is really done. I feel like Chris has done that on purpose to get his teammate in between him. Look at the gap he's now putting on Button.
Yeah,
Button will get the DRS here, but he's now trying to fight Callum to get
past Callum now. I don't think he can get past Callum. No, he
can't do it there, and now he's lost time trying to make that move.
Still have DRS, but I don't think he's going to be anywhere near close enough to have a go on this lap. It's important to try and think 2-3 laps ahead of where you are, to try and think, where's this guy weak? Where can I pass him? Where can I make him make a mistake?
Yeah, that is.
At the moment, Button's not having
a couple laps. Button is actually falling back a little bit here. I think he's making a few too many mistakes.
Pressure's on him, I think. It's bringing Jason and his teammate back into him. There's 5 seconds. I think about 5 seconds behind Button there.
Yeah, but Bottas only needs
yellow
about another 7-8 tenths, and he'll be within that 5-second gap.
There's a sector flag in yellow 3. What the fuck am I talking about?
Sorry mate, we're both on good form tonight.
Mate. You can tell it's been a while. We still need the cobwebs blown off or dusted off or whatever you do with cobwebs. I've no idea. Steerage, help us.
Oh, hang on, Button. Back on the rear end of Callum. Callum on the rear end of Chris. It's like they've had they wanted a bit of a lap quietness and just to prepare themselves again.
We go and look at something else, and all of a sudden this happens, and I've got the Iron back in 9th place on the back of Deer Hunter as well.
Yeah, the Giant though I think has to pit again. I don't think he's going to get to the end on those tyres.
Please be brave, but I don't think it's possible now. Jason, that's...
It's not going to help him in this battle.
It's going to help Bottas though.
Yep, it will help Bottas. I don't know who else has got penalties. I know there's been a few this race. I feel like I've seen Jason's name come up twice though. So...
There's a... oh dear.
There's
another sector flag in yellow 1.
It was Giant's round. I wonder if there was contact.
Oh. Where's he gone?
He was
still
round.
Though.
He's managed to recover it and get himself back going, but just wondering whether there was contact or something. Unfortunately, we weren't watching that purely because there was a 3-car battle for 2nd place, and I'm sure the Alpha boys would be happy if they can walk away with 2nd and 3rd, as they're just picking a penalty, but it doesn't really affect him at this point. I haven't had helicopter cam once yet.
I've got it on the wrong car. You'd really want that on either Callum or Button, but I've got it on Chris at the moment.
Oh, that's a bit sucky. As boys with DRS,
no movement into turn 1.
Yeah, neither of them with the DRS were really making any gains. It feels to me that Callum's car's got a little bit more straight line speed than Button, but not as much as Chris's. But Callum and Button both have a handling spec over Chris, but Chris, because he's ahead, can just defend.
Yeah, I was going to say, they seem to have more grip through corners. I think Chris is set over straight lines, by the look of it, but straight line wins at the moment. Front lines, cheese!
Front line cheese! Oh wait, that's what I'm saying.
You're welcome, Ben.
Front line speed! Oh, there you go, Giant, into the pits, which is soft, so he'll be going for the quickest lap. As he also picked up a
Might as
3-second
well.
penalty coming out the pits. Interesting.
Oh, that's awkward. Explain that.
I
Anyway,
can't do that.
he's still in the points, so go and I mean the driver.
So, Bottas is within 5 seconds of his teammate. So that's another position.
Yep. It is.
Jason has at
But
least
really
a
needs to
3-second
get the
penalty.
second lead.
Does Bottas? Let's have a quick look at this, shall we?
I don't recall seeing his name under the naughty engine points. No.
Bottas
Please
does
double
have a
check that for
penalty.
me.
He does have a penalty.
Oh, he does.
So he won't get that one
Okay.
on Jason unless Jason also has 2. Jason has 3. Jason has 3 penalties.
Well, there we go.
So Bottas at the moment looking to go up another 2 positions, putting him into 4th, which will
He's getting so ramped up now.
and if he can keep closing that gap, he might. If he gets lucky with more things, get a podium. But at the moment, it looks like this podium is pretty settled. It's just which way around will the Alpha boards be?
Which way round, indeed.
Do you know what
Sorry,
this 3-way battle reminds me of?
Chronometry, tactical water break.
This 3-way battle, right, reminds me of 2019 racing, where overtaking was impossible.
Yeah. You're just sitting behind the diffuser of the car in front, hoping they'd find a wall.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or, you know,
But Jason,
they're
really getting close to these guys. I mean,
They
yes,
cruise
he
the
has the
tyres.
3 penalties, but he's bringing Bottas with him.
He certainly is. He's bringing the party to turn 1.
This could be a last couple lap thing here for this podium, and if one of these, I'm going to have to double check penalties on these Alpha boys, I think. Chris has 1. And Callum has only had a warning.
Wow. Well done, sir.
Yeah, that's impressive. Which means he's currently looking at getting his teammate via penalties. Thing is if Bottas keeps being
Don't want
dragged
to do it
this
on track
close,
because
he could get
this is
within
all out of
3
shape.
seconds.
Ah, look.
Yeah.
Look what happened. At the bottom of the screen
They
there.
just set a quickest lap. Huh.
You called it a while ago.
Interesting.
Too bad you're only 13th, sir.
Yeah, unfortunately. Looks like Callum's made a few mistakes, which has put Button. But I'm surprised Button hasn't been able to make a move. With a couple mistakes I've seen Callum make this lap.
Oh, he looks like he might be on it though. On this, I mean, the bar for DRS, but he's a lot closer than he's been for a few laps. I think. Could be about to see an overtake opportunity here.
He can't get the power down
Although,
as well as Callum can.
Callum, though.
Callum.
Exit.
Gets that power. Although Callum could be looking at Chris. Oh, teammate.
Oof.
Nope. He thinks better of it.
Yeah,
Button getting
that's
absolutely horrendous
smart.
run through there though.
Dirty air is going to be a son of a bitch right there. I think it's just a matter of time now. All you got to do is just remain patient, Chris and Callum, and you'll probably still be on the podium, but in the other way round.
Yeah,
Still.
the thing is, we know Chris has a penalty, so but that'll drop him down to 3rd as it currently stands. The only person, actually no, because Bottas had 1 as well, didn't he? Or did he have 2? He had 1.
Yeah, he had 1.
So yeah, as it currently stands, even with that penalty, Chris will keep a podium position.
Just having a quick look at the positions gained. Chris is up 10, 14, up 14 for Button, and that's Red Bull in the wall. As I say that.
That's Button in the wall. That's
Button in the wall, yeah. Now he's only up 11, so that's gonna put pay to the penalty. He's now might not finish in the points. No, maybe he still will actually. Maths is a little
nah, he'll
wonky,
finish in the
but
points easy.
numbers are not my forte.
But do you know what, right? I'm having a look at these position changes, and with the way things will finish, Bottas Bottas will finish 4th, putting him up 16 positions, which could make him driver of the day. Starting last up to 4th is impressive.
It is impressive, but if he's got too many naughty engine points, it negates all his hard work, really, doesn't it? I'm saying if he's only got one, that's fine, but if he's got too many, we'll see at the end.
This race isn't over though. Actually, hang on, wait, what's happened to Chris here?
I can't tell if he's got damage or not. Maybe he's thought, I'm going to let my teammate go, because he knows that his teammate is obviously quicker than him and has got that penalty to contend with. And there's another one.
There's another penalty. That now puts him under threat from Bottas as well. Oh no.
Oh boy.
I think this is going to give
this
Bottas the podium.
This is brilliant. It's definitely going to be close.
I think all Bottas has to do here is stay close and not get a penalty.
Ah. Correct use of helicopter cam. Thank you, Goldies. Put it on the car at the back of the train.
Oh, Jason having a look at Callum, but he just doesn't think better of it.
Oh dear.
Oh, he's going to have another look. Though they could have gone 3 wide there, but...
Bottas lost it a little bit coming out of turn 1. But he's okay, he kept it out of the wall, but he's definitely blown whatever opportunity he had there.
Chris was inside Jason.
He's getting silly now.
I don't know what's going on.
Red and white cars everywhere.
Yeah,
these guys all want to be on the podium outright. This is brilliant. So good.
Yeah. I'd say it's been a decent opening race. There's been a few quiet moments, but the ending right now is it comes down to whether Bottas can keep this or not, I think.
It certainly does, and we'll see in about 2.5 laps whether he can do that or not.
But I'm picking up another penalty.
But with another one, you know. That
he's actually gone down to 9th.
Points.
He pit again.
Button's down in 10th on my screen, and that could put his point at risk.
And he pitted again. He'll be quick at the end of this race, so I don't think he's too worried. Jason managed to get past Callum, but don't forget Jason has still got that 5-second penalty.
Yeah, this is getting anybody's guess now. They're switching positions so often, and penalties are going to count a lot. And oh, that's about time to lag out of the session.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we can't invite back because spectators aren't allowed to invite. So, stupid system Coders have put in there.
I'm surprised spectators are allowed to watch as well. Given how you can watch, but only if you pay us. No, fuck off, you're not EA. That'll be the future of games, won't it? If EA get a license. 450 Formula 1 points just to watch a race. Nah. I'm good.
I don't know how this is going. Actually, Bottas has dropped further back. I think he's made more mistakes.
No, he had a moment a lap or so ago coming out of turn 1 where he kissed the wall and just lifted.
Yeah, he's fallen too far back to get this position on Chris. So I think if
we got battle for the podium now.
This train, he could be. He's gonna have to really start nailing this lap though. As Callum has a look at Jason, Callum wants this position outright. He knows, well, I would assume Jeff told him the car ahead has a penalty at some point, whether it was when Jason was sat behind him or not. But he wants this position outright. He does not want to take this by penalties.
You obviously want to finish ahead of your rivals on the road, but if you know the rival ahead of you has a penalty, you're not really going to care as long as you keep it as clean as you can.
Buttons at the quickest lap. I called it again.
Quickest. you did. Giant to the pit, and that's his AI car, so that's probably no points to Giant, unfortunately. Briefing cow might overtake him. Oh my word, what the hell?
Mistake. Oh.
Holy hell.
I bet Callum just pooed his pants then.
Callum did? What do you think? I'm okay. I'm dry. It's fine. We good.
Oh, but hang on. Aqua about to finish the race.
That could be old age,
look at him as Aqua comes across the finish line to win the Australian Grand Prix. I haven't actually looked at his penalties. He might lose it based on penalties, but here you go. Callum goes across the line. Yes, Aqua had one penalty, but Callum gets second.
Changed a lot, did it?
Chris gets third. Bottas fourth. Jose gets promoted to fifth after Jason's penalty, so that gets Jason down to sixth. Deer Hunter will finish seventh.
What a drive that is! What a recovery drive that is from Deer Hunter. He's Mystic. P8. Very quiet race. Set a fastest lap at some point, but then got overhauled by Button in the final stages. But I'm sure he'll be happy with 4 points. It's a very quiet race and 4 points.
Yep, Button comes across the line, gets ninth in the end. He won't be too happy with that. Briefing Cow looks like he just recovered from a spin, and he's going to lose 10th to Giant's AI car, and 11th to Rampage. Although Rampage is going to
get Legends just finished the lap down, unfortunately. Oh dear!
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
You don't want to pin it on your in lap.
Oh, I mean, Rampage who would do that? Giant's AI car. This is the final corner battle. And it's over.
Rampage was going to get the point anyway. I think he was determined to get the point, so AI just won't put up a fight. Giant might have if he was in the car, but 11th place.
And I got an achievement. Apparently,
well
I haven't spectated an online race yet. Oh well.
How the hell is that possible?
I don't know. I mean, I haven't played this game that much yet, to be fair, so it doesn't surprise me. But
oh yeah,
that was
I know when I did it.
Australian Grand Prix. Great opener. Fantastic opener.
Very, very good, boys. That's the sign of the season to come. As long as you don't do it next week when we're not fucking here, right?
I know they can do it next week. Just make sure you do it every week we're here as well.
What I'm saying is, if they have the race where they don't do it, make it be next week where we're not here. Right.
Now I've got a few questions. I haven't been mentally noting anything.
But are you ready for the rundown?
Oh yeah, rundown. Right. I'm starting from last to first quickly on this rundown. Right. So with our non-finishers, you have Peanut, Beacon, Clenzo, Barry, Lime, Kizzy, and Wiz. And then 13th finishing a lap down is Legends. 12th Briefing Cow, Giant, and 11th. And then your top 10 are Rampage, Button, Mystic, Deer Hunter, Jason, Jose is how we're pronouncing his gamer tag, if I remember correctly, Bottas, Chris, Callum, and the winner of Aqua. I need a screenshot of this so that I can mentally ask questions. Cool. Right. So, question time. We've only got drivers. Doesn't look like Aqua's joining us.
Oh yes, we have.
Yes.
I've had a complete dashboard meltdown, so I can't see anything that's happening right now. Literally no notifications. No one joined the party. I'm stuck on the guide button. So this is all you, mate.
Wait, you're stuck on the guide button. Oh, that might mean the stream paused.
Yeah. No, the stream's fine. I'm looking at it.
Okay. Okay, as long as that is fine then. Right, so we'll start with third. Unfortunately, we don't have Aqua by the looks of things, but he had a relatively simple race anyway by the looks of things. But yeah, we'll start with third, Chris. Now, you have to be relatively happy with that race. Starting 12th, finishing third. And it looked like for the majority of that race, if not all of it, you were involved in battles. Just run us through how you went about your race and how stressful I can imagine it was.
Yeah, it was very stressful. I mean, at the beginning, I just stayed out of trouble as best I could. I mean, I nearly got collected in the beacon crash, and then because I was on medium, so I was just trying to keep with the guys in front, and obviously my teammate decided to let me pass when his softs were started to go off. So I just tried to keep him constant pace really, and then hit for the hards. I was surprised to come out in 5th on the hards, which helped. And then we kind of, me and my teammate kind of worked together a bit towards the end there to help with the people behind. So yeah, all in all, fun race.
Yeah, I think it was you that was leading first, and with at one point with was it you, Button, Callum, or was it the other way around?
Me, Button, and Bottas, was it not?
Yeah, I think it was. No, I'm pretty sure it was because if I remember correctly, it was an Button, Alpha at one point, because it was you three battling, and I remember making the call of basically Button was on. I think it was you. I think he was on your rear end, and you would obviously, or you were side by side actually through turns 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then as Button had to pull out of turn 5. And it meant your teammate could sweep in, and it looked like he almost had done it on purpose, just to get a car between you and Button. Yes.
Well,
I think it was you ahead.
I mean, we were both quite hesitant going into the corner, and then we kind of, because I was going to back off, and then he kind of backed off, which meant I went through, so we both lost quite a lot of time there, because obviously that corner's a bit, I mean, you can lose the back end in that corner all by yourself, so to go side by side wasn't clever, so. But that's what happens sometimes, you end up wheel to wheel and you've got to deal with it.
Yep, well, I'd say a decent race for yourself, and you're also picking up a good chunk of points for your team as well as your teammate.
Yes, good start for Alpha.
Yep, you could be the team to beat, but we will move on to your teammate. So, Callum, again, you start 7th. You've made up a good 5 positions in that race. Again, you seem like you were involved in a good chunk of those battles throughout that race. You had what seemed like almost a race-long battle with your teammate. Again, just run us through your race. I mean, I would imagine it was relatively similar to your teammates, bearing in mind you were quite close on track most of the race.
Oh yeah, I think qualifying was disappointing, honestly. I think the time that I set was quite poor for what I was doing in practice, but I think it was just similar to what Chris said, just to avoiding everything that happened. I think it was Kaiser got caught up and instantly beaten, and he spun round and then took out the person behind me. So that was quite lucky, and I think it was just keeping it on the track, and obviously near the end of my stint I let my teammate through, the tyres went off quite a lot. And then at the end it was just, yeah, it was pretty fun at the end actually, those last 10 laps battling, but no, it's good. It's double podium. I think my teammate last season in ILR got 1 point, so it's a great start for Alpha already.
Yeah, and seemed like a good clean race from you. You can pick up a penalty, so I can imagine you'll be happy with that one, especially around Australia.
Yeah, it's not easy around there, especially with the battling going on.
At this point, I would move on to first. He's not here. But like I said, he had a relatively quiet race, led from the very start.
Yeah.
Didn't have any worries.
For the brief few laps when we weren't battling and we would just sort of drive in tandem, I was slowly catching him, but obviously was never going to really get him because of the battles, so it's good to know that I had pace even at the end of the stint.
Yep, it's always good to see, and hopefully we can continue this kind of racing into the next, well, for the rest of the season, hopefully. Hopefully we can have a more interesting season than real life F1. But with that, I will hand back over to Maki to close out our stream and the evening.
Yeah, thanks for that. Solid interviews in the podium. Congratulations to all the finishers and especially all the point scorers. And this is a bit that goes on forever because Twitch never signs me out. But usually I'd say we'll be back next week, but we won't be. The racers will, but we're not. We can't take this much excitement. We need a long lie down. But someone else will be here to fill in the void that we were while
Yeah,
sleeping. And
yeah. Keep an eye on Twitter, and they will tell you who that is at some point.
And I guess until then, carry on doing all the good racing, and we will see you all soon. Now, sign me out! Please.